Hey, I ain't gonna make y'all wait the whole 5 minutes. What the dealio? Hello, hello. Happy Friday, yo. TGIF out this motherfucker. I got my coffee ready. Get your coffees ready. Get your coffees ready. I got my coffee. I got my water. I'm still working on my smokes, but let's go ahead and get it started with a song. Oh, yeah, this song got energy for the day.
I be listening to 04 me. How you eating before me? Everything got a story. Is it all for God's glory? Bunch of lifestyle for me. Give you everything you want more. Me, I could treat you like more. Bitches do you like Dory. I stay listening to 03J. Y'all can call me on three way. We can turn up the speed way. Disconnect, let me DJ. Pass it off like a relay. They don't got this on eBay. I don't care about what he say. He act like he work for 3K. Listening to 011 crack like I'm trying to bring 87 back. I know I've been a hella back. I get more gas with every lap.
Yeah, I ain't mad at it. What up, King of Kings? What up, King of Kings? I mean, most artists naturally hate to be compared, but I ain't mad at it. I'll take it. I'll take it. I actually copied this. I got you. I'm gonna tell you. I won't be able to show you on stream, but I'll tell you.
I be listening to 04 me. How you eating before me? Everything got a story. Is it all for God's glory? Bunch of lifestyle for me. Give you everything you want more. Me, I could treat you like more. Bitches do you like Dory. I stay listening to 03J. Y'all can call me on three way. We can turn up the speed way. Disconnect, let me DJ. Pass it off like a relay. They don't got this on eBay. I don't care about what he say. He act like he work for 3K. Listening to 011 crack like I'm trying to bring 87 back. I know I've been a hella back. I get more gas with every lap.
I wasn't expecting that shit to end. All right, so um, ironically, I came up with that song before I heard the Uzi John. Now I don't know whether I came up with it before he came up with his, but I came up with this before I came up with the Uzi John. But you know me, I will take some inspiration from somebody. So I'll let you know straight up. I got inspiration for this track from the Baby Keem song. The Baby Keem and Kendrick song. I think I even showed it to you. We gonna fuck up the world. Yeah. So I got like a lot of what up, Azor? Happy to see you, man. Happy Friday. I got a lot of the inspiration for this song from that Baby Keem song. For the beat, for sampling my own track, and then also for the flow. And then the Uzi song came a little after that. But it's funny though, that Uzi song is fucking great. Just for it to be like an interlude, that shit is great. But anyway, let's get into the show. Let's get into the show. Let me show y'all the setup real quick. It's my mic above my head. Green screen back here, you can't see it. Um, that's the ring light. This is my computer. It's being plugged into the Elgato, which goes to the Xbox, both into the TV. That is the interface, which allows me to plug in the mic. And that is the setup all together. Not too much bread other than the computer and the Xbox and the Elgato. Um, how did the Eagles script turn out last night? It was exactly as I called it, my G. Let me get into the word real quick though. I appreciate you asking. The word of the day is gonna be impetuous. Impetuous. This word popped up when I was reading. I read the word impetus yesterday, which impetus basically means like your own momentum or your own energy. Like, but I was like, impetus. I wonder if that shit has anything to do with impetuous. So I had to look up impetuous because I didn't remember what it meant. But yeah, impetuous. So let's get into the definition. Impetuous means acting or done quickly without thought or care. Careless, thoughtless. As you said the other day when I asked you, why the fuck my young boy try to act like he took a shower and ain't take no shower? Or how come he tell me he brushed his teeth but he ain't actually brushed his teeth? You was like laziness. You know what it is? It's fucking impetuousness, right? If I do get his ass to do it, he do it like, all right, let's go. It was like that today, man. I took him out of the crib. As soon as we walked out the door, I was like, you brush your teeth, right? Now this is after I already opened the door while he was showering and shit. This is after I already brushed his hair myself and watched him put the lotion on his elbows and shit. I walked out the door and I'm like, wait, I ain't see you brush your teeth. Did you brush your teeth? And he looked at me and was like, trying not to remember. I'm like, nigga. He said, I'm trying to remember. I opened the door back up. I was like, go brush your teeth, bro. Thank you for being honest, but please, man, don't put us through this. Now we're gonna be late because of this shit. So I went back in the crib. He brushed his teeth. Yeah, of course, of course. So anyway, uh, kids tend to be impetuous. I don't want to do anything impetuous in life. Like a great man once said, what'd he say? If it ain't, he said, if you're gonna do it, oh fuck, what'd he say? Anything worth doing is worth doing right. That's what it was. Yeah, anything worth doing is worth doing right. So I think I'm just gonna stay away from anything impetuous, like acting or done quickly without thought or care, hasty, overly hasty, reckless, heedless, foolhardy, incautious. I don't give a fuck if you putting your key in the door. You could put your damn key in the door in such a careless and reckless way that you could fuck some shit up. So I think impetuousness is just overall a bad quality. I'm gonna go ahead and just say that. I don't think there's any time or circumstance that I can imagine where I think impetuousness is something that I should employ. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, let's get to these Eagles, man. Let's get to these Eagles, bro. It was a wonderful night. Yeah, it went according to script. It wasn't beautiful. It wasn't beautiful. Let me see. I looked up these stats a little earlier because it'll be easier to explain it if niggas can look at things. So I called three things. All right. One thing I called was since we was gonna have no Kenny Gainwell, and since there was a whole lot of complaining about DeAndre Swift not getting the ball first game, second game, I was like, yeah, definitely gonna be a lot more Swift. I called that. And do you see what happened? 28 carries for 175 yards. That man was on fire. He was running like he had gasoline draws on, bro, and his ass was on fire. He was nice. It was beautiful. He was running with energy. He was running with pace. He was finding the holes. He was bouncing off of niggas when necessary. He was actually making niggas miss. You know what I'm saying? He broke tackles. My man, check it out. You gonna love this shit. My man's fucking 5'9", 215. When I used to play 2K back in the day and I would make all my players 6'8", 215. So they was some tall, lanky niggas. But they had like, you know, they could fly because they were tall and lanky and skinny. They could fly. But this boy is 5'9", 215. That's like a whole like I'm not big. I'm small. I'm a small nigga. I'm skinny. But that's like a whole 20, 30, 40, 50 pounds more than me, bro. Like I'm like 175, 170, maybe 165. That nigga, that's all legs too. That's all thighs. But anyway, Obviously, we still have some issues with the passing. Hurts is not getting in a rhythm right now. I'm not liking what I'm seeing from him. It looks like he's either not comfortable with the new offense, or it looks like he's just not given enough time to work with his offensive line. I'm not sure which one it is, but he's not making his reads quick enough. Um, he's gonna have to step it up. That's just really the 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 point of it. He's gonna have to step it up. He's gonna have to do a lot better. So we couldn't get too much going in the air. The few things that we did get, Devontae, as you see here, Devontae had 4 receptions for 131 yards, so he was eating. AJ, however, was bitching on the sidelines, and there was actually at one point where the camera zoomed in on him, and he was like starting a bit of a ruckus on the sideline with Jalen, telling him, I mean, as we would assume, a receiver is going to be complaining about what? Not getting enough targets. So he immediately after coming off of the sideline, he got like 3 targets, and it fucked up the whole game plan. It really slowed down the pace of the game, and it really slowed down what we was doing because DeAndre Swift was, as you can see, and as I told you, fucking eating. So that was like, I guess, a little bit problematic because I haven't seen him be so I haven't seen him be so disruptive, as far as like complaining about the game plan or complaining about not getting enough targets. But that nigga eat every day, and he the one who said we don't have a number one and number two receiver on this team. We have two number ones. We have a 1A and a 1A, right? He was the one who said that. So he can't get mad when Smitty eating that day. It was literally all day. Devontae Smith, DeAndre Swift. That's crazy how that shit rhymed. That's weird. DeAndre Swift, Devontae Smith. Anyway, um, so yeah, he was complaining a little bit, but I think that's something they could get over. Him and Jalen go back. Yeah, it's crazy, right? So I'm hoping that this isn't the case with this, because niggas do be peeking out a little early as far as these Eagles go. Um, I'm really hoping that's not the case with this, but I could say that the nigga Jalen, he had issues in his first year with reading. I mean, niggas was shouting him out saying, "Yo, he ain't reading. He can't read." So last year, that was something that he was real conscious about. So he was like his progressions, and by reading, what I mean is like pre-snap, seeing what the defense is offering, seeing what they're showing you, and adjusting properly to that. But then on top of that, once the snap actually goes, seeing each one of your receivers where they're at, who's open, letting the play unfold. Meanwhile, dealing with the pocket collapsing around you and hitting the right man at the right time. You know what I'm saying? Because ultimately, you're looking first level, second level, third level, and then back second, first again. I mean, different people do it different ways, different plays unfold different ways, but that's how you want to do it. You want to go level, level, level as you're surveying left to right. So a lot of these quarterbacks aren't good enough and aren't quick enough with the mind to be able to see all the shit that's happening in front of them, especially while there's somebody trying to knock their ass to the ground. So that was one of his weaknesses when he started out in his first year. But this being his third year, considering he was literally first runner up for the MVP last year, I think he's got it in him. I think that this is a new offense with a new coordinator and a new system, and he didn't play no preseason games, so he wasn't forced to do any of this shit in real time. So last year, and as well as this year, a lot of teams started sloppy. So you know me, man. I'm gonna go ahead and say I'm not willing. The jury's not out until probably like week 4. I would say week 4. That's when I expect everybody to get their rhythm. That's when I expect everybody to look how they're supposed to look. Um, so my prediction was that Swift was going to eat, and Swift ate. My other prediction, because Blankenship was out of the secondary and Bradbury was also out of the secondary, and Kirk Cousins be throwing the fuck out of that ball. He be slanging that thing. So I knew Kirk Cousins was going to throw the fuck. I said Kirko going to air us the fuck out, and Kirko had. Let's see what this man had. It's our team. Minnesota fumbles. Minnesota receiving. He at the top. 31 for 44. All they did was throw that bitch. They might have ran 4 times, bro. How many times did they run? 9 times. They had 9 carries for 28 yards. That's ridiculous. These Bulls threw it 31 times. This nigga had 346 yards. 346 yards, 4 touchdowns, and an L. And an L. So, it was altogether a successful night because the Eagles have went week 1 and week 2 without being able to get our offense going and without being able to give it our all, and also without having 100% of our starters. But we still squeaked by with a W, and we are still undefeated. Now, I wasn't prepared for this one, but don't worry, it's worth it. The Phillies didn't play yesterday, but tonight the series with the Cardinals starts, which I'm very excited about. All right, let me see if I can do this shit. So I was watching the news after the game, and this was on the news. So please just bear with me right now. I copied it on my phone. How come they ain't taking me to my page? I'm trying to go to my page. How do a nigga get to his page? There we go. That's my page. Posts. There we go. This is me. This is my room. This is my phone.
Zero. We're looking great. Go birds. Let's go birds. Eagles. Zero. We're looking great. Go birds. Let's go birds. Eagles. Zero. We're looking great.
I'm only gonna do it one more time.
Let's go birds.
ELGSEL. Eagles. Now, I didn't think it was funny at the time, but once I sent it to a bunch of people and laughed at it, he said, "Play it again."
Zero. We're looking great. Go birds. Let's go birds. Eagles. Zero. We're looking great. Go birds. Let's go birds.
I fucked it up. Last time. ELGSEL. Eagles. I'm gonna type it in the chat. ELGSEL. Birds. ELGSEL. Eagles! She was on news, bro. She was so confident. The homie was right there next to her. He didn't even cut eyes at her immediately like he was embarrassed or nothing, so I don't even know if he was able to correct her. They was out spending bread. It was he knew she was all. You think he knew? I hope he knew. I hope he fucking knew. She had to be about 30 years old, bro. So I wanna take a moment in time to talk about literacy. I went to back to school night. He stopped. He was like, "I'm not sure, and I'm not trying to get caught on the news being not sure." She was like, "I'm so used to saying it in a group of people that I'm so used to getting away with saying it wrong and nobody noticing." That's what her shit was. Her logic, she didn't know that the mic was right there next to her mouth. So when she screamed, she was the only one that got picked up. But all right, so I went to back to school night last night, and among some programs that they said that they had that excited me. One of the things that they said was for homework, we won't be assigning any worksheets or any books or anything, and the Chromebooks they have to stay here. So for reading, and each teacher, each subject, they got to speak. So the reading teacher was like, "We just ask that you have the child read for 15 minutes a night." Bam. Math, We just ask that you have the child study the multiplication table for 15 minutes a night. Bam. Science and social studies, because they got one teacher for science and social studies. I usually don't assign homework, but if we have a project that we'll be working on in class, sometimes I'll be requesting certain things from the home, like an egg carton. And, I just ask that you go ahead and send those things to school when requested. All right. So she like 45 acting 25. Why? Cause her hair pink? Yeah, she is. She got they out. It's game night. They did the interview. She at the bar. She at Xfinity Live, the bar across the street from the stadium. You know what I'm saying? So this is their thing. They went out tonight. He got his Playboy shirt on. She got her Eagles gear on. She got her hair all done up. She got her beads on. What she have to do to get those beads? I'm just playing. Yeah, she probably is older than him. But you think he's going? Never mind. I ain't gonna talk about that. But anyway, it was sad when I seen it. She probably got like 3 or 4 kids, bro. Her kids probably like old enough to drink damn near. Seriously, her kids probably like 17, 18. You know what I mean? Nah. He said nah, like 6. Yeah, bro. So I'm telling you, like, this shit crazy. So anyway, the public school system told me that they wasn't gonna send the kid home with no homework and that we should just help him read and shit. Like, so, so, um, I'm like, that takes me back to that quote about like how I would rather have well instructed children than riches, because the hopes of the well instructed are more valuable than the riches of the ignorant. There you go. There you go. That's what it was. So I was like, damn. So I got an obligation. I got to make this boy read. I got to come up with a whole. I mean, because if you're like, yo, go ahead, read for 15 minutes. You know how kids is, man. They don't do shit you tell them to do. So I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to get on that. But uh, it also made me now this ain't even the one I was wanting to get to. I think I wanted this one. So this is the first one. Philadelphia ranks at the bottom amongst large American cities in reading proficiency. According to recent federal data, roughly 22% of Philadelphians aged 16 or older lack the most basic literacy skills. 52% of Philadelphia's adults are functionally illiterate, and 67% are low literate, reading at a 6th to 8th grade level. You learn how to spell eagle before 6th grade, right? On top of that, in this city, you hear niggas spell eagle about 14 times a day at the bus stop, on the news, like at work, everywhere. Niggas be talking about eagles at Wawa, like anywhere. So that's just crazy. She clearly didn't achieve the 6th grade level. Um, the poverty cycle in Philadelphia. This was the sad one right here. Almost 40% of adult Philadelphians struggle to fill out a job application, to read doctor's instructions on their medicines. That's life and death shit right there. And to help with their children's homework. To help with their children's homework. So what I got, like, I didn't get a chance to do as much as I wanted to do. I learned how to spell it when we won the bowl. Damn, you learned how to spell Eagles when we won the Super Bowl? See? You might be one of them people, nigga. So, fucking, basically, this is generational shit. If you can't help with your kid's homework, and that goes directly into being able to instruct your kid and prepare your kid and all of that shit. And, like, you know how many times these kids came home with, like, some math, and I'm like, I know the answer, but I don't know what they trying to get you to do, though. You know what I mean? And that's crazy. That's crazy. And I'm not going to blame nobody for that, because that's my fault. You know what I mean? I should be instructed. I should be able to be instructed well enough to instruct them. So that's huge. That's fucking huge. So what I was trying to do was, I was trying to fit this shit into some narrative, because you know how people are. We try to reason through things and we try to make excuses for shit. So I was trying to fit this into a narrative that basically said, like, niggas could read better when I was younger. So I was trying to find some statistics from around, let's say 97, right? To see if people could read better when they was 97. I couldn't find the statistics to prove what I wanted. Apparently, niggas couldn't read back then either. Um, apparently, from what I saw, a lot of niggas couldn't read back then either. But then I found this page, and this website was crazy. This motherfucker had a whole bunch of shit all on it. I won't. Let's see. This joint was just facts, which I like. I like facts. Y'all fuck with facts? Yeah. So Azor, you say it's gotten better, and I believe that because everybody got phones and shit, and this is like the information age. So it's like it's only but so far you can kind of get without reading anymore, or filling out some type of paperwork. Let's see. So this site usafacts.org. I didn't get a chance to delve into this shit, but I figure, hey, we here, right? Um, Let me take some coffee. Anything jumping out to y'all? We got these subjects over here: government finances, security and safety, economy, people and society, health, crime and justice, education, economy, articles, visualizations, whatever. All right, so obviously the first thing I want to do is education. Education system in America made it. I'm not reading all that. See, that's the problem with America right there, niggas. That is the problem. It's funny because that's why I feel good about the show that we got going on here. It ain't huge, you know what I mean? I ain't changing the motherfucking world. And I would do better to focus on my own household and make sure that the children around me are well instructed. So I prioritize that over this show. However, I will say it does do something for me, and it does do something for the people around to get this word that I be sharing with niggas, and to get this quote that I be sharing with niggas. Cause I mean, I've had niggas tell me, I've had niggas be like, yo, I've had niggas use the word, you know what I'm saying, and be like, yo, that quote was hardcore as fuck. The last quote yesterday, that shit was profound as shit as far as being a great leader. Anyway, let me stop procrastinating and read this shit. I just know it's not relevant. The education system in America is made up of different public and private programs that cover preschool all the way up to colleges and universities. These programs cater to many students in both urban and rural areas. Get data on how students are faring by grade and subject, college graduation rates, what federal, state, and local government spending per student. The information comes from various government agencies, including National Center for Education Statistics and Census Bureau. All right, let's see what we got here. Fourth grade math. So this is proficiency. As of 2022, 36% of fourth graders were proficient in math. 36%. So that what the fuck that mean? That means 63% failing? That's crazy. Cause no, I mean, I understand what proficient means. That means like strong, right? So the rest of them are less than proficient, which means what? Basic, mediocre, just passing, and then the others are failing. So yeah, that's not too cool. And then of course, naturally, by the time they get to eighth grade, it's gonna be even lower, right? Because niggas ain't do nothing about it when they was in fourth grade. So you get to eighth grade, now it's 10% even less. And then reading in fourth grade is at 33%, which is less than the math. And then reading by eighth grade is at 30%. 30%. So there's a huge drop off. But what's crazy is by fourth grade, it's already fucked up. And I mean, I'm seeing that just regularly. Yeah, they not even learning cursive no more. I mean, the thing about writing is, I don't think that they even pay much attention to writing or handwriting or any of that shit because a lot of niggas they're encouraging typing and shit, you know? So I'm not trying to say like writing is obsolete in any way, but with the technology, I mean, I could see why they think it is or they think it's becoming that way. But nah, I had my boy writing all through the summer and shit, having practicing his letters. Just cause like I ask him to read his own shit to me, and he can't even read his own shit. So I'm like, what's the point of writing something if you can't even fucking decipher it? You know? So, all right, let's see. The spending. Let's see. During 2019 and 2020 school year, there was 15,810 spent on K to 12 public education for every student in the U.S. Okay, so that went up, but I don't know if this is adjusted for inflation. Oh, it says inflation adjusted right there. So that went up a lot. So it's funny because, all right, so at least this argument can be made. The fact that we spend 3 times as much, damn near, on the education per student, should be what, 3 times as literate, or at least 3 times as successful with the literacy rates. I don't know. There should be a dent. But let me see. This is 1970. This other box don't go back to 1970. Can I change it? Oh shit. Yo, I fucks with facts, bro. Facts are dope. Only to 1990. Well, I did say I wanted to check 97 before. Oh shit. 97. 97 to 90. 97 to 2000. Okay. Damn. Yo, dog. I think Azor might have been right, cuzos. So in 96, it was much lower proficiency averages. So yeah, it was like on average, like it was 36% in 2022, and they did it backwards though. They got 8th grade first, and then they got 4th grade second. So it don't matter. It's still lower on both levels. Reading, however, hasn't changed very much. But the fact that we spending 3 times as much on those things is crazy. That's just crazy to me. All right, I can move on from that one. How educated are Americans? How are Americans doing in reading and math? In 2021, 35% of people 25 and over had at least a bachelor's degree. All right, see, I don't care for the higher education studies because a whole lot of niggas make good money without that. So I don't give a fuck about that. I feel like that's kind of skewed in a certain direction. 25 plus population with at least a bachelor's degree. Okay, that's cool. DC, they got degrees in DC, huh? The U.S. mean is 35%. Where we at? PA? There we go. We right up there, 35, right in the middle. Even though I don't care about that. Okay. Ooh, this the spicy part. This the race. In 2021, 61% of Asians, 25 plus population, had completed at least 4 years of college. 61% of Asians. Yeah, I would say the same thing, King of Kings. I would say, from my personal experience and dealing with the children that I've been around, yeah, it seems like they're a little bit less capable when it comes to like academic pursuits. It's hard for me to say that. I don't know if they did change the qualifications. I think they did though. Like for funding purposes, I think they actually made shit lower. Like I think they made the requirements lower for a lot of things. I'm gonna be honest. Like when I look at the shit that a third grader learns nowadays versus the shit that I was learning when I was in third grade, I think it's on a different level, yo. Like third graders to me, when I was in third grade, we was learning we had just started like long division, and my young boys in 4th grade, and they on the multiplication table. I don't know. It's just it seems like I was on multiplication in like 2nd grade, I believe. Yeah. So, but like I also keep in mind that my experience is only it's limited. It's only what I know and the places I've been. Yeah, Asians is killing it though. Shout out to the Asians. Educational attainment data. Da, da, da. That's the source. So this is the average for every race, 37%. That's the baseline. Asians is killing it. They almost lapping the rest of the world with education. White niggas with no Hispanic in them, they around 41, 42%, so they doing better than the average. Black niggas, 28%, so almost 10% lower than the average. And then Hispanics seem to be slightly behind. But it's funny though, because you also have to, I'm not going to say you have to, but I'm going to say you should keep in mind that most of the people in this bar, most of the people in this bar are multilingual, which to me is a whole different game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would rather be able to have a basic understanding of two languages than have a proficient understanding of one, if you get what I'm saying, right? So, I mean, you can't apply that to the blacks, you can't apply that to the white alones, but you can apply that to the Asians, but not even most Asians, because not every Asian, I ain't gonna say not every Asian. I don't know what the rate is as far as Asians who speak, you know, their parents' languages and shit. So I'm not even going to insinuate or speculate about that one. Um, our nation and numbers, government data from over 70 sources. Okay, these are just sources. All right, cool. That wasn't too crazy enlightening, but we got a little bit of information popping on over that one. But yeah, I think the thing that bothered me the most about that was the fact that Fox News was like, yeah. So the girl introduced it. She was like, yeah, it's a lot of people in here, and as you can imagine, it's pretty rowdy. So we're gonna keep it kind of tight. And then she only interviewed two groups of people. She only interviewed one couple, and then interviewed that couple. And after they played that interview, her face was just like, back to you, Mark. So she knew what the fuck she was doing. They was putting niggas on, man. They knew what they was doing. Uh, if that was my job, I don't know if I would have did that. I don't know if I'd have been like, baby girl. I don't know if I would have told her that she spelled that shit wrong, but I definitely wouldn't have just put her ass on TV just to be like, all right, yeah, we'll be airing at about 11:30. Make sure you tune in, dumbass. Exactly, exactly. Like when I watch baseball, bro, a lot of these baseball players, they Dominican boys. And the Dominican boys, when they interview them, sometimes they try to interview them in English, and it's always a shitty interview because the Dominican boy is using his limited English vocabulary and trying to explain concepts that are like highly technical and emotions that are like highly technical, and he's just like, yeah, I felt that really good. You know what I mean? He's saying that as opposed to if you get the bull over there with him and interpret, and then he can actually give you complex answers and detailed answers about what was going on and give you a better interview. So on some real shit, I'm all about letting niggas speak their original language, bro. We got plenty of motherfuckers around to translate, so let's just pay somebody the bread, let him translate. Let that man speak his mind rather than, you know, just trying to, it's like a test. Like if you make him do an interview in a second language, it's like a test for him. He just like, damn, yeah, I'm really happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all he got. Let that man breathe. So, yeah, I agree with you 100%. Test them in their original languages. Um, Basketball season is 23 days away. 23 plus 76, what's that, 99? Almost 100. But basketball season is 23 days away. We starting off with Boston. We starting off with the rivals, B. I still don't even know what the whole roster is yet, B. I could do my research, but it don't matter. Because these Sixers can't be trusted. They can't be trusted. Now, I'm going to tell you straight up. This script for the Sixers shit, this shit is out of control. We are, you don't know it because you don't. Now I'm talking about King of Kings here. For anybody else watching, I apologize. I'm not assuming y'all level of knowledge or ignorance or anything like that. But my man King of Kings, he don't really fuck with the sports all crazy like that. So sometimes I gotta inform him what's going on. So the Sixers have been losing intentionally for like 10, 15 years and shit. Like they're so poorly run organization that they've been considered dysfunctional. They've ruined career after career of promising young star after promising young star. So on some real shit, anybody who got a half sense in their mind don't really root for the Sixers because they've been dysfunctional for so fucking long. But with all of that said, you know what I'm saying? We hometown boys. So they shown a little bit of promise in the recent years. And, there's been a whole lot of stardom coming out of there. And there's like really good basketball being played. But there's still all this fucking off-season dysfunctionality. So, with all of that said, man, it's good fucking TV. It's good TV. And I will say, if there's any script, if there's anything that I think that might be scripted, it would have to be the Sixers' recent history and the way that they decided to handle most of these things. Because it's stupid. It's fucking stupid. I ain't gonna sit here and just go over every dumbass fact, but like, drafting a nigga who can't shoot, like, who does that? That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy. It said it on all the scouting reports that he don't do that, and you never seen him do it on the court. So like, what made you think that he was gonna start doing it once he got to you? It's just crazy. Anyway, so I'm excited about this Sixers shit. I have no expectations as far as wins or championships or accolades or anything like that. I don't think we're gonna be like a super competitive team. I think it's gonna be entertaining. I think it's gonna be good fucking TV. I think it's gonna be just like wrestling. Um, I think some nights we gonna go in there and kick somebody's ass. Some nights we gonna go in and get our ass kicked. And every single time we gonna be in the crowd like, yeah. And that's really it. Yep. 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 So it's a script. I'll take it. I ain't mad at that. Cause you know what? I would rather fucking believe that than believe that somebody was really this stupid. And I'm serious. And this incompetent with like $1 billion franchise. I would rather believe that this shit is done on purpose. These niggas is sabotaging shit because they want to. Because you can't tell me that I could walk up to 20 people. I could walk up to 20 people on the street in this city, and I bet you I could find one who could take over that job, show up to work every day, learn his job little by little, and turn out better product than what's being turned out right now. And win more games. I'm serious. I'm telling you, 1 in 20 individuals walking down the street could learn that job and do that job better than it's been being done. So, that's my feelings about the whole matter. And that's the Sixers for you. Um, I think that's pretty much all I had to get into today. Diddy was trending this morning because he said, "Is R&B dead, y'all?" He said, "Is R&B dead, y'all?" And I had to think about it at first, and I'm like, R&B, right? Isn't Beyonce like fucking on tour right now? Didn't she just celebrate her birthday like 3 days ago? Is she not R&B? Or like, I've been listening to a lot of Kid Cudi. I can understand niggas not calling him R&B, but he's R&B. He's R&B. Ty Dolla Sign, he R&B. Uh, Shit. This R&B still out here. I don't know what's going on, but I think niggas is killing Diddy now. And then he dropped the album. So, new Diddy album. I guess it's some R&B on there. I don't know. I wasn't really planning on listening to it. But R&B is still around, I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know what niggas call R&B because Beyonce, she's making like the world music and shit, but I don't really know what R&B is. I know rhythm and blues is what it stands for, but who the fuck knows anymore? I don't think genres matter. I think people just make music and they cater to the people that's standing around them. But what the fuck do I know? Last thing I guess I'll talk about before I get into the quote is Kevin Porter Jr. So, I talked about this a couple of days ago, so I kind of feel obligated when I talk about some shit to follow up on it if things change, if information changes. Because I know niggas be watching this after the fact, so I don't want to be misinforming people. But we don't have anything to worry about. We can calm down, folks. Everything is okay. Yeah. So we got good news, which is Kevin Porter Jr.'s assault case takes a strange twist after girlfriend This is a good one. Kisray Gondrezic denies claims of abusive relationship despite being choked and struck during a brutal attack. So anyway, she said it's cool, y'all. It's all good. The relationship is not abusive, so that's the good news. The bad news, however, is that she said it's cool, y'all. Everything is all good. Um, I did not read this yet. How much time we got? I got a little bit of time. I'll read it. The question stemming from the latest allegations against Kevin Porter Jr. is whether or not the Houston Rockets guard should play again in the NBA. He should never be on the court again and needs to do some serious time after his latest actions. Yo, this might be the same nigga that wrote the last article that was like super like biased and shit. Let me see. I just want to see who wrote it. Okay. They say narratives aren't true and in no way does that represent what their relationship has been. Okay. Girlfriend of Kevin Porter Jr. and her representatives strongly refute claims of abusive whatever. Okay. So like I just don't want all these niggas' opinions, bro. Porter Jr. was arrested this week in New York City amid allegations he savagely assaulted his girlfriend. Prosecutors said the alleged attack left that girl, a free agent WNBA player, with a fractured vertebrae and cut over her right eye. Is this the same shit I read yesterday? Before a police spokesman had told CNN that Porter Jr. assaulted her, struck her multiple times, and choked her. A major monkey wrench was thrown in the plans after Gondrezic and her representatives strongly refute claims of abuse in their relationship. They say the narratives aren't true, and in no way does that represent what their relationship has been. Now, I don't know these people, so I'm not going to speak to none of this shit. I'm not going to speak to what could possibly motivate a woman to stay in an abusive relationship. I'm not going to speak to what representation she actually has in any of this and why she has it. I'm not going to mention nothing about where this could go and how this is going to end up playing out. And I'm definitely not going to talk about the fact that he's a millionaire and she's not. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I want y'all to have a wonderful weekend. But before I go, I got one more thing for y'all, and that's a quote. Today's quote, it's a Friday quote. So I was feeling a little whimsical. So I got a Dr. Seuss quote for y'all. Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened. I'll see y'all tomorrow, hopefully. Y'all have a wonderful weekend. Look at my shit zooming in. Make sure you follow if you ain't following already. Go over on the YouTube. Check out A Fancy Clown. You can subscribe to that. All these videos get uploaded. We got the TRN Podcast on Twitter. Go check out TRN Podcast on Apple, Spotify, and everything else. And I'm here 5 days a week, 10 a.m. Saturdays, 9 a.m. Hope y'all have a great weekend. You got a Walkin' in your pocket. What the fuck? Interesting note to leave on. Well, say something, nigga. I don't know what to say. I mention the shit. I share my opinion. Y'all niggas share yours. We talk about it. I'm at work, nigga. I'm at work too. I'm just playing. All right, y'all. Have a wonderful weekend, y'all. Peace. You are the audience. You are the audience. So, what's your opinion then? What's your opinion? She said she not in an abusive relationship. So, I don't want to speculate. I don't want to be like, y'all niggas is lying, you know? And I feel like it's a story, so it's gonna unfold. And I'm just waiting for it to unfold. I mean, they're either gonna give us like real good information or not so good information in the next couple days. I know the team is trying to trade him at the moment. So yeah, that was the note I had to leave on. Are you talking about the quote? Dr. Seuss. He said, "Don't cry 'cause it's over. Smile 'cause it happened." All right, yo. Take it easy.
When I wake up in the morning, go to sleep late at night, going crazy, crazy in my head, feeling weak at times, but he knows. My holy father, he knows. When I wake up in the morning, go to sleep late at night, going crazy, crazy in my head, feeling weak at times, but he knows. My holy father, he knows. Yeah, I got trees, yeah, I got truths, and I got those pills that'll leave you all exposed and some see you all dipping, but for some reason got you feeling all handsome. I smoke whatever to stress my clear. Don't judge me, you ain't never been here. Don't love me or even like me, but if I open up my mind, I just might see that. No, whatever, I don't wanna see that. Talking to me that people dying for Jesus, oh geez, leave that. For me, what mean that? See my family, I gotta go feed that. Don't care if my cousin Pop is a fiend that. Buy this product, get it how you live it, yeah, get me that. Not my cousin or offending, grandma supporting, no offense, I ain't worried. When I wake up in the morning, go to sleep late at night, going crazy, crazy in my head, feeling weak at times, but he knows. My holy father, he knows. When I wake up in the morning, go to sleep late at night, going crazy, crazy in my head, feeling weak at times, but he knows. My holy father, he knows.
See, I can't say I hate, but I be hearing the things y'all say. Y'all be trying to tell me all types of things, man. Y'all be like,
you just want to use your talent for your God, but we want you to give glory to the streets. If it stop your evil, then we don't believe you. We need you to feed us what we want to eat. We need that codeine and that E, that weed and them strippers, them scripts and them perks and that seed, them flips that whole 30, them tips that fight dirty, them fees that get served on the first and 15. Tell us the what make you so fly. Tell us the my Jesus, I need you, I see you see through me to help me to believe you, please. My Savior, prayers on prayers this way. You make no mistake when you slay us, made us. I know that you're gracious. My shield, cause it get real in the field. Keep my family protected, cause bro, I still could get killed. Messiah, you coming back, yes, you coming back. The first time you came, you gave. The next time you come, you want it back. Redeemer, freed us and freeing us because we just the evilest creatures. Lord, please forgive us in Jesus' name. Lord, please forgive us in Jesus' name. Lord, please forgive us in Jesus' name.